Hello and welcome to another video. It's OT19 or Ultimate Gamer 90,000, and here today I'm here to show you the Soulknife rogue. I will be explaining it and giving you a guide on how to build it. Now I have played as a Soulknife rogue and they're pretty strong. I played a Soulknife rogue that multi-class with Paladin. So and that build was very powerful. I did a ton of damage. It was a 18th level one shot. And overall, that one shot, it was a pretty crazy one shot. We took down two Tarasques. So yeah, DND is not balanced, but our first ability is quite a big one. So hold on, folks. Psionic power. Starting at third level, you harbor a wellspring of psionic energy within yourself. The energy is represented by your psionic energy dice, which are d6s. You have numbered these dice equal to twice your proficiency bonus, and they fuel various psionic powers you have, which are detailed below. Some of your powers expended the psionic energy dice they use as a specific in the power description. And you can't use a power if it requires you to use a dice when your other dice are expended. You regain all expended dice when you finish a long rest. In addition, as a bonus action, you can regain one expended dice, but you can't do so until you finish a long rest. Until you finish a short long rest. So that feature reminds me a lot of the ones monks can get in the newest UA. I think it was their patient. I think it was like something metabolism. I don't remember. It's like that, but like pretty much weaker because you only get one back. But overall, it's still good. I mean, being able as most action get one dice back, so it grants you 5 psionic energy dice when you first take this class at 5th level per long rest, which isn't that bad. But let's see how they scale. When you reach certain levels in this class, the size of your psionic energy dice increase. At 5th level, a D8, 11th, a D10, and 17, they increase to a D12. So it seems to be following the general scale when it comes to like these type of extra dice. Yeah. But now, let's go into the powers below that use your psionic energy dice. Inside bolstered knack. When you're not okay, when you're when your training fails you, your psionic powers can help. If you fail an ability check, use a skill or tool which you have proficiency. You can roll one psionic energy dice and add the number rolled to the check, potentially turning into failure into success. You can okay, wow, that's just I have to okay. You know what? I'm not okay. Basically, this power lets you roll an extra psionic energy dice, almost like a bardic inspiration, but it only goes away if you fail. So if you have on any skill check, on any skilled or tool check you have, basically anything that's not an attack roll, you can have a psionic energy dice, and if you fail, you save it. But if you succeed, you waste it. This is a really good feature. This makes rolling stealths basically always scary because you're rolling a d20 plus a 6 or an 8 or even a d. It's like at high levels, you are going to be rolling a d20 plus d12 on almost all of your ability checks that really matter, and that is very big. Overall, like that ability. Next, we got Psionic Whispers. You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. Perfect to require infiltration. As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see up to a number of creatures equal to your PvP bonus, and then roll one psionic energy dice. For a number of hours equal to the number rolled, the chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. To spend or receive a message, no action required. You and the other creatures must be within 1 mile of each other. A creature can use its telepathy if it can't speak any languages, and the creature can end the telepathic connection at any time, no action required. Can end it. You and the creature don't need to speak a common language to understand one another. The first time you use this power, after each long rest, you don't expend a psionic energy dice. All other times you use this power, you expend a die. So basically, for free, once per long rest, you can get psionic. What's it called? It's like basically a link. You can get comms. I guess would be the way to say it. And I mean, for free, that's pretty strong. Also, you don't even have to share a language with the person. You guys just understand each other. So I guess if you run into like some characters that you don't share a common language with, you could always just boom. Now you can talk psychically. So actually, it's kind of This is the kind of utility that Tasha's Culture of Everything seems to be giving a lot of classes, even the monks surprisingly. It seems to be giving them abilities that are normally locked to spellcasters, but giving them to marshals through the ways of subclasses, which I think is a good way to kind of lower that divide, because these are two very strong abilities, and I like both of them. But next we get the Psionic Blades, which is my favorite feature. Also, at third level, you can manifest your psionic powers as shimmering blades of psychic energy. When you take the attack action, you can manifest a psychic blade from your free hand and the attack with that blade, or make an attack with the blade. The magic blade is a simple melee weapon with the finesse and throwing properties. It has a normal range of 60 feet and no longer range, and on hit it deals psychic damage equal to 1d6 plus the ability modifier used for that attack roll. The blade vanishes immediately after it hits or misses the target, and it leaves no marks on the target if it deals damage. After you attack with the blade, you can make a melee ranged weapon attack with a second sonic blade as a bonus action on the same turn, provided your other hand is free to create it. The damage dice on this one is a D4 instead of a D6. This is a very strong feature. I mean, it gives you magical weapons that do psychic damage off the jump. Drink water. And I mean, basically, you're not gonna have to worry about any form of resistances unless you're dealing with like a mind flare. Then like, oh, gee, nabbit. But that's if you're dealing with a mind flare. Not everyone's gonna be dealing with a mind flare. So overall, it's a very strong ability. I mean, just being able to get a free bonus action attack as a rogue is so important, especially it's a ranged one. So yeah, overall, I like it. But one thing about the scaling, since we get two free weapons as Sonic Rogue, there's not many feats this build would take. So ask your DM if you would be willing to eat maybe as a feat boost your Sonic Blades. Or maybe he'll just do it for free as a level progression. Like maybe at level 5, an increase in damage. At level 11, maybe to get a new ability or something like that. Because these guys will eventually fall off since they're not as strong as like other magical weapons. And also like they kind of suck at higher levels when like someone's freaking using daggers of ultimate poison that they go an extra 46 every hit. These daggers do fall off. So if your DM is nice enough, maybe for free, he'll allow you to like, or maybe as a magic item, he'll give you like a headband that lets you absorb magic items into your blades. Or maybe as a feat, ask him if they could take on those properties. Maybe as a feat instead of a feat, because this build doesn't really require much feats. So maybe he's nice enough and he'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll allow it. And if he's not, then I guess just yeah. Then I already know. If your DM's kind of like a no homebrew type of guy, then maybe don't expect to be dealing much damage, because yeah, rogues aren't like really known for having big damage with their like weapons, but most martial builds do a lot of damage thanks to them having some like really OP magic weapon that does an extra 2d6 or 46 damage. So it does kind of suck, you do lose out on that. But if your DM is nice enough, then maybe he'll allow you to trade something for it. But now we have Shadow Blades. Starting at 9th level, your Psionic Blades are now an expression of your suffused soul, giving them giving you these powers that use your psionic energy dice. Honing Strike. If you make an attack roll with your psionic blades and miss the target, you can roll one psionic energy dice and add the number rolled to that attack roll. If this causes the attack to hit, you expend the psionic energy dice. As a psionic teleportation, as a bonus action, you manifest one of your psionic blades, expend one psionic energy dice and roll it. It throws the blade at and throw the blade at an unoccupied space. You can see up to a number of feet equal to 10 times the number you rolled. You then teleport to that space, and the blade vanishes. Yeah, strong ability. Um, both good. Both buffs the Sonic Blade, but not in the way you would want. It's not a damage buff, more of a utility buff. So again, see if you can get some form of damage buff. But next we have Psychic Veil. At 13th level, you can weave a veil of psychic static to mask yourself. As an action, you can magically become invisible along with anything you are wearing or carrying for 1 hour until you dismiss this effect. No action required. The invisibility ends early, immediately after you deal damage to a creature or you force a creature to make a saving throw. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a psionic energy dice to use this feature again. Yeah, free invisibility. It's nice. It does kind of suck. It is just the invisibility spell, but casters hit this at 5th level, and you're getting this at 13th level. Eh, that kind of hurts. But again, it's free, so eh. Next you get Rend Mind. When you reach 17th level, you can sweep psionic blades directly through the creature's mind. When you use your psionic blades to do sneak attack damage to a creature, you can force the target to make a wisdom saving throw. The DC equals 8. Your PB bonus plus Dex modifier. If the save fails, the target is stunned for 1 minute. The stun target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns and in the effect itself. On a success, once you use this feature, you can't do so again to finish a long rest, or you can spend 3 Sonic. Okay, wow. Yeah, this feature sucks. I mean, no, okay, it doesn't suck, but it's not worth staying 17th level for Rogue. Honestly, if I'm recommending, I say, I think take 10 levels of Rogue. Yes, you heard me. 10 levels. No, hmm, okay, I'll say. Okay, I'd say take 12 levels of. Okay, if your DM allows you to swap your soul knife, it lets you swap out a feat for making your knives better, then 12 levels. But normally, I would say take 11 levels of Psi Knife Rogue, maybe even 10 if you care for reliable talent. Well, okay, that's weird. I would say through levels 10 through 12 is the prime time to multi-class out of Psi Knife. Yes, an extra d6 is nice, but meh, it's not worth it. And then I think we can all see where this is coming. Multi-class out of that, and multi-class into Ranger, because Ranger, Gloomstalker Ranger is just very OP. Yeah. So now for the race we'll be picking for this build. Sorry for your chair noises. It's definitely going to be Tabaxi. This build again doesn't need many feats. Most of the feats Rogue would be taken are something like Crossbow X for Sharpshooter, and now I don't know exactly how Sharpshooter is phrased. Because if your DM allows, you can use Sharpshooter because it's ranged weapon. What are they considered? Okay, yeah. Is it? Is it? Would a dagger be considered? Okay, actually, I need to check up on this freely because there's a chance that you could use Sharpshooter for it. Properties finesse light throne. Okay. Okay. So ask your DM if he allows you to use Sharpshooter on ranged weapon. No, on thrown weapons. Because if he does, pick up Sharpshooter. You'll be done to that. But if he doesn't, then if he doesn't allow you to take Sharpshooter, then honestly, you don't really need feats from this build. It's I mean, the feats that like you would like are the feats everyone like Lucky, like. But in reality, you don't really need I mean, honestly, once you reach level 11, just leave, because yeah, an ability score improvement for this build just isn't needed. It doesn't provide the same value that any other class would. Um, yeah, but for the race, we are picking the backseat because getting climbing speed is very strong. Because if you do have high ground on someone, you get free advantage, and that's always just been good. Also, having proficiency in perception stuff is nice. Dark vision is nice, and feline agility, be able to move double your speed in combat if you didn't move your last turn. It's just will always be strong. But yeah, that's all for this build. To give it a ranking, I'd see it's okay. This can fluctuate a lot, but I think if I had to give it a standardized pick, I'd say 6 out of 10. But if your DM allows the homebrew decisions I gave, then this can easily shoot up to a 10 out of 10 or like 8 out of 10. So I'll give it 6 out of 10, but if your DM allows just for free, giving your Soulknife just an extra little boost, then it automatically goes super high. But if you have to pay feats, then eh. The side knife fluctuates its rating a lot depending on how nice your DM is. But yeah, that's all for today's video. If you guys just enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, that's it for me. OT19 signing out.